wanted to make a fun summer wreath. So I marched down to I drove down to the dollar store yesterday, and I found these flip-flops, and I thought that would be really cute. And then I saw this really cute scarf, and I thought, let's combine all this and make a wreath. So the first thing that I did is I took my glue gun and I glued together all the flip-flops. So I figured I didn't need to demo that because you would know you would be able to figure out how to do it. So I'm moving my flip-flops out of the way, bringing my Bowdabra back into the picture. And I've got about 24 inches of Bowdabra bow wire. I'm folding it in half, and I'm gonna lay it down into my Bowdabra. And like always, I just tuck the ends underneath so they stay out of my way. Now this scarf I thought was so cute, and all I'm doing is folding the scarf in half. It's kind of like gonna be the tail to my bow, and lay that down in there. Now I have this 2.5 inch wide burlap, and I have about 7 feet that I cut. And I'm just gonna make loops. And again, you can make your loops as big or as small as you like, just depending on the width of the ribbon you're using or how big a bow you want. So I'm just going to fold and twist. And the reason that I have to twist on this bow is because this is actually a wired burlap, and you can see the wire on the inside, so we don't wanna be seeing that in our bow. And so now I'm making my little center loop, so I'm making it a little bit smaller than I would normally make the other, so that will end up being my floral loop. So I'm just going to, let's stick my Bowdabra wand down in there to scrunch it in. Then I'm going to take the ends, my Bowdabra bow wire, and here what I'm doing, like I always do, is I have my loop, pull the 2 ends through, which is why we always fold it in half. Hold the bow down really tightly while it's still in the Bowdabra. Pull it tight, bring it up almost out. I'm gonna separate my ends and bring them around to the back. And just pull it really tight. I'm going to tie a knot and double that just for security. And then now remember, I have my little floral loop, and I'm just going to fluff my bow out. One fun thing, easy thing about working with anything that's wired is it's much easier to fluff. So now I'm gonna take my Bowdabra, move everything out of the way, bring back my flip-flops, and I'm going to tie my bow onto this flip-flop here. And all I'm doing, I'm not sure if you can actually see what I'm doing here, just move it around like that. And all I'm gonna do is just tie a knot, and so that way it's secure. And I can just kind of put my wire underneath there because you're not gonna see it. And then now what I'm gonna do is just take my scarf and weave it through all of the flip-flops. And I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. And then when I get here, I'm just going to tie it off. Oops. And fix my bow, fluff it out, and you have a really fun summer wreath.